Thanks everybody for joining this call, and if you watch this webinar, this training, I will try to make it compelling. An hour training, which we do every week to get you the next level. And I always think kind of a whole day which topic we going to cover. And then I read those Facebook posts, and once in a while I feel overwhelmed. And local marketing can be so easy. So if I ask you 3 things what you should master to make a good living with local marketing, which 3 things would you choose? Which service would you think is needed to master to make a good living? Yeah. Now, start with 1. Which 3 services do you need to master to make a good living with local marketing? Okay, keep coming. I'm not going to tell what you guys answer yet because I wanted to hear from you. Okay, so let me so keep coming. Okay, so not everybody is as fast as typing, but I would like you to enter those 3 things. So Arlene said AdWords for one of them. John said Facebook ads. Mike said prospecting. David said selling. John said lead generation. MJ said lead generation, AdWords and web design. And MJ is very close. AdWords, rank and rent, lead gen, AdWords or pay-per-call, video marketing, hosting. So, 3 things. If you master those 3 things, you make a good living. Number 1, AdWords management. You all knew that, okay? That was coming. Number 2 is creating websites, because every local business needs website. Number 3, Google My Business. If you master those 3 things, you have something what every business owner needs and wants. So if you feel overwhelmed, you just concentrate on those 3 things. Does that make sense? I can also say Facebook marketing because that is coming up, okay? I can also say lead generation, but lead generation comes with AdWords. If you master those 3 things, those are my top 3 things, and I'm 100% convinced if you master those 3 things well, AdWords management, creating websites, Google My Business, oh my God, those local businesses, they will love you. Do you really think to master those 3 things is hard? No, it is not. It's really not. Okay? Now, we go one step further. a website needs to get hosted, correct? So on which criteria are you selecting a host company? I want everybody to answer that question. Where do you make a decision which host company you go with? Which feature or service you are looking for? What is important to you? Okay, I'm not going to I want everybody to answer it, and then I will mention. Okay, so half of you guys have entered a criteria, but I like everybody. Okay, now keep coming, but I start to read them. Adam said security is very important, security. But security is kind of depends on a lot of factors also from how you secure the website. So it's not only the host, it's partly the host, but not only the host. Speed. Speed is so important. I 100% agree with you, John. Because ranking and also customers' experience is highly depending on speed. Adam said scalability, yes. Larry said WP Gateway. And then David said reliable and performance, yes. But performance is kind of a broad term. Arlen said unlimited bandwidth, reliable backups. Antoine said good tech support and speed. Mem said yours, easy and reliable. Arlen said speed. Clarence said easy to use, yes. Mike said fast loading website for top conversion. I think we all agree on speed, correct? MJ, speed. Arlene said no downtime. Mim said cost effective. John said no downtime. Joe said support. MJ said reliability. Dan said love to join your hosting, but unfortunately I already paid my hosting to HostGator for 3 years. Okay. John said HTTPS, so that's the SSL certificate. MJ's uptime, and Larry said backup. Okay, so it is a kind of a broad range. Okay, I came up with the following 5 criteria, and it is really based on the experience what I had with several host companies, and also take in consideration what your client finds important. It's not only about you, but it's also what your client likes, because they going to pay for it, or you let them pay for AdWords, for hosting the website, secure your website. So I have the number 1 is speed, and I think everybody agrees on it, correct? Speed, speed, and speed. Okay. If a website is very secure, never downtime, but it loads very slow, it's not good, correct? The second item I have is backup. Okay, websites, sometimes websites screws up. A bad plugin, a virus, a hack, something goes wrong. You cannot trust that it always goes right, okay? You need a good backup. So backup is very important. Now, and you will be a little bit surprised what I'm going to say. The third thing I have is easy restore. Because you can have a backup, but if it takes a week or a certain amount of money to get it restored, your client is not happy. The client wants to have that website up right away. They don't want to wait a day and you have to go to all those forms and whatever it takes to do a restore, correct? So I don't know if you were ever in a position that your website got screwed up for a client, but believe me, you want to have it restored as soon as possible. So restore is very important. So the fourth point, and nobody told that, but it's actually very important. Why do websites exist? They exist because you want them to find them on Google. And Google values a lot if those websites have separate IPs. Otherwise, it becomes harder to get them ranked. So separate IPs, at least to have that option, is important, correct? Everybody agrees? Nobody told that, but it's actually important. So ranking, SEO, speed, but also separate IPs is important. And the last point, a couple of times that was mentioned, is support. I can show you several emails what I got from a previous host. They just said your website is limited. I can only log in and know with my IP address or with a special login, and nobody can see your website anymore. Oh my God. I can't tell you how stressful that is. That is one. But what even is more stressful is they don't offer any help. You know, a website can get hacked, a plugin can get screwed up, but they just say fix it or we cancel your service. So you have an AdWords client, took you quite a bit of effort to get that client, and then a host company is going to screw that up. Okay? So I cannot emphasize, you know, you don't need everyday high-end support, okay? But if there is an issue, it needs to get solved as soon as possible. And most of us are not that technical. Some are, but most of us are not. If a website gets hacked, most of us cannot fix it. Okay? You need a specialist in that. You need to have more than WordPress experience. You need to know how those databases work and which files need to get updated, and also check certain code. Okay? So when we get those instances, we will fix those. So that is how we position WP Gateway. It's kind of managed hosting for you. I know it is a lot of words, correct? Managed hosting for you. What that means is it does the backup automatically for you. One click restore. Each cPanel has a different IP, and very important is if there is a serious issue, we're going to solve it for you. Okay, if it is not intentionally. If you want to screw up, if you say I'm going to use your account as an email spammer and I whatever adult things going on, okay, then we are not a good fit. But if you are serious, serve clients, and something goes wrong, we will help you. Even, and we get that more and more requests that, hey Jack, my site is hacked and is at hosted ... Are you willing to fix the website and move it over to the gateway? Yes, we do. Okay. Everything what you just said, that is what we can tell to our clients. Yes, we manage hosting for you. Yes, you do, Arlene. You do much more than HostGate or Bluehost and all those other companies. Okay, they have baby plans. Okay, they cannot afford to deliver service. Most of them, they are not a website specialist. Okay, of course they have, but that is not included in the package. They don't do that kind of work. Does that make sense? With WP Gateway, do I still need WP Twin? Just perks. No, you don't need WP Twin. Within WP Gateway, let's see, there's a clone feature. You can do backups and clone. You don't need any third-party backup or clone application. I know there was a big launch about WP Twin. WP Twin was good 5 years ago. Okay, that was one of the first cloning. I used it also at that time, but you will see with WP Gateway that cloning is so much easier. Okay, it's all handled. It goes from server to server. Doesn't go from server to your desktop and then you need to upload a file and then your virus checker said, hey, what is that for strange large file? And then you have to upload it to the other server and it takes forever because you have a limited bandwidth speed. So a lot of things can go wrong in that process. Can we use third-party plugins? Yes, but not for backup or cloning. Now for cloning you can, but not for backups. Backup is just part of WP Gateway. Do you recommend any? I don't know what you looking for. Local Team Jack has so many features in it. And if something is missing, we typically add it. WP Secure is part of WP Gateway. Yes, we install. Okay, let me go. I know I was on this domain. And there is something here in. Okay, so if you go to website login, then you will see, you see this? Two plugins, WP Secure and WP Gateway Cache. They get installed automatically. Is there ever a problem with too much visitor traffic to a website hosted on WP Gateway? Okay, if you have a high, if you're doing promotion, let's say a radio promotion or whatever, okay, we can accommodate that. Just let me know what's going on. So there's always limitations, but normal traffic is not. So, but I wanted to share this. If W Gateway Secure, to my knowledge, the most advanced security plugin which has all the features from all other plugins get installed by W Gateway if the website is installed running on Amazon hosting. Okay, so you get the basic and advanced and extreme version. Okay, and there's a lot of what you can do. Is there ever a problem with too much visitor? No, we just and also the gateway cache. You don't need another cache plugin. You guys want to see something cool? You see here optimized images. You see this website has images, and let's say you you want to have this optimized, not have bigger than necessary. You start optimized images, and then it automatically resizing those images to the optimal size. So you don't have big images, and that also helps with the loading speed. So you don't see this anywhere else in any other cache plugin. But cache actually has two things. You don't want to use a database so much, so you cache those pages, but also you don't want to have big, large images on the website. Troy said, separate IPs, each cPanel, back clone, SSD, the gateway truly stands alone. Yes. So I'm like you, okay? If you go, so I have also customers. I know for real that having good hosting is important. So let me go to the, where are the images gallery? I'm now looking for media. Okay. Where can I search the library? I don't know, I can't. Oh, here. You guys see this? The optimizer. You guys see this? Here, this is the value the gateway cache was able to optimize those image sizes. You see this? Can you guys see this? So it truly optimized those images. And free move cPanels too. Nobody has that. Yes, on the right. So you can see how much those images are optimized. So this all part of the gateway cache. So you can easily, so if you go to main, transfer cPanel. If you have a cPanel on another host, you just enter the cPanel, and then all the domains from the cPanel get transferred, and also the email setting. So you can do that too. You can do that very easily. Or if the cPanel contains multiple domains and you only want to transfer one domain, you transfer a website. So some host companies, it is hard to transfer the cPanel from because their server is so slow that you get timeout errors. If that is the case, what you want to do is you go to help and then you create a support ticket and we will do it manually for you. Okay, you submit a ticket. Can I upload image to the media? Yes, you can. So it all works the same. You upload images to the website, and once you're done, you run duplicate with cache, go to optimize images, and all the new images which are not optimized get optimized. How is HostGator transfer websites? Okay, how is HostGator to transfer website? I'm not sure if I understand your question, but if you go transfer website, you enter the domain name and you follow the screen, and it will also ask the cPanel information from HostGator. Are they slow? Yes. Yes. HostGator and Bluehost, they run a lot of sites on one server. There's a reason why they cost only a couple of dollars. You get what you pay for. Now, it might work for you, but it doesn't work for your client. It doesn't work for your main website. So Daryl, if you don't have the duplicate cache plugin on one of your sites and it's hosted on Duplicate Gateway, just send the support ticket, okay? And we will install it for you. If it is a new site, but it's not a week old, that might be possible, but we will check once in a while if the cache plugin is installed and security plugin is installed. So it should get solved by itself. But if you want to have it now, just create a support ticket. So here's the dilemma, which I read an article last Sunday on the airplane. And the article was about how did it come that the iPhone, how did it come that Apple became so successful? And the answer to the question is partly because the Apple works like a phone. And what did you mean with that? So what they mean with that is it simulates certain habits people do to do something. Okay, so people and you users like to do things what they are used to do. Now, if you are used to install a website via cPanel, but it's still possible because you still have, if you go, you still have cPanel access. You are used to do certain steps, correct? The gateway works different, and more than 800 users are using our WP Gateway, and they all love it. Actually, today I had Joe on Skype, and I'm sure Joe is here tonight, and he said he said unsolicited, I love WP Gateway a lot. So I know WP Gateway is very user friendly, but it works differently. Okay, so install is just select the cPanel and let's say here, then select the domain, and you will see that there's a lot of, you can have a subdomain or a directory. Let's say I want a new directory, and I said webinar. Okay, so now there's a new website. Go install Jack Hopman demo / webinar, and then I can install the standard WordPress theme or the drag and drop or the local theme Jack. So let's install the drag and drop. Okay, now you see all those fields which get pre-populated, but you can also change them. So webinar demo. Okay, and then you can select a niche. We can also select a default WordPress site, but in this example, let's say we do the AdWords website. Okay, and then if I click install theme, then that theme gets installed. Now if you are used to cPanel and you have to go through those screens to install a default WordPress site, upload a theme, and then maybe all those other plugins, correct? So this works differently. And last Sunday, because I'm got so used to this easy installing, I hardly can do it differently anymore. I was thinking by myself, you as user which have maybe installed via cPanel said, hey Jack, this looks very easy, but I don't know this, correct? Do you have that feeling? So do you think following this screen is easy or difficult? What is your opinion? Is that a step you like to take to install easy WordPress sites or local theme Jack or whatever you want to install? So my point is a little bit the next level. The next level, what makes installing, managing, backup, restore, it makes everything in one click. But I also realize it is different. So now, do you mean the one step, then click next? Yes, and everything is done, okay? But it's different. So now the complete website is installed. So you will not find this interface in any other platform, okay? It's totally different, but it's following those screens. You see those fields coming up, you select what you want, and one click everything got installed. It's different. So I was thinking, wow, it's different. Do you guys like that? That is different. It is simple. If you never have installed a WordPress site, you are so lucky. Okay, that is just you know, you are born or you started in 2017 and you are growing up with that. Okay, but if you have installed via cPanel, is different. Now if you have ever taken a backup or clone a website, I don't think you have found a very easy solution. They all come with problems. Either the file size is big, maybe the database is too big, or you get interrupted because the speed was too low. Then you have to download it to the local drive and upload. There is no pleasant solution until there's a new feature, WP Gateway, which you can select the source and you can select the destination. So there's no easy solution to my knowledge, and you will not find any problems to use the new clone feature. Now, the backup feature, I have some good news for you. Do you guys know what you need to do for a backup? The answer is nothing. The backup gets created all by itself weekly. So there's nothing to learn. You get that? There's nothing to learn. Okay. Do you know what you need to do a restore? You look up the website. Let's say you want, and then you see the backup date and time. And the only thing you need to do is click restore. Who has problems to click on restore? Nobody, correct? Nobody. So the thing what I like is that you are in control. If something goes wrong with your website, and that happens, sooner or later that happens. And if that website is important to you or for your client, you want to make a restore as soon as possible. Okay? So we covered install. Everybody can follow the screen, correct? So this is different, but there's nothing to learn. Okay, it shows the domain in that cPanel, and then it asks some questions, some fields. Okay, you can install a subdomain or a directory. And the nice part is, if you follow directory, it shows how the domain looks like. Then you can install the standard local theme jack, the drag and drop, or the WordPress theme. And the shopping cart theme will come soon. Okay, that is coming soon. It's not. So does the backup and restore feature work for a very large website with a large amount of content? Yes, it does. So that's because it goes from server to server. Okay, so there's nothing to download. It goes from Amazon, you know. So sneak peek. No, I'm not going to cover that. I have not good experience to mix up two topics in a webinar, but it's coming. You can see it's coming. Okay, it's not for nothing. So so it can back up large website, and it can also do the restore large website. It comes with the security plugin. Okay, so let's get back to business. Amazon high-speed server comes with SSD drives. Do you guys know what SSD drive is? Some of you know, correct? If you buy now a new computer, there is not a rotating disk anymore, okay? It's just like a memory stick, a solid state drive. It doesn't turn anymore. So it's kind of a memory stick. And the file speed is factors higher than a rotating drive. So it comes with SSD drives. So, and also the database is on a fast SSD as well. So we covered, and you guys was all right. Speed is very important. Now, the second thing is the backup. Okay, backup is important when the website is important. Okay, either this your website or the business website. You want to have good backup management. Now, everybody saw how to do a restore, correct? One-click restore shows you, it keeps them for 3 weeks. You can even say, I know this version is good, okay? whatever happens next, I say I want to keep this version. This version will never get deleted, and if something happened, I know this version is good. Okay? This version is good. So maybe it missed a couple of updates, but if I restore that version, my client, my website is restored well. Don't you want that, to have that safety in it? Whatever happens after that might be good, but not that important. The most important thing is that that website get up right away. Now, websites, they are for a reason that they can find online, correct? And Google values that those are on separate IPs. So each cPanel has a separate IP. And then of course a support. Well, if you guys are using WP Gateway and have dealt with support, and we fix issues. We not only pointing out issues, okay? If the website gets hacked or gets screwed up or needs to get transferred or whatever happens, we will try to fix it. Does that make sense? And with that, you kind of get a managed hosting. Instead of you playing, you depend of, how do you say that? You kind of have a website hosted, but all the burden you take. If something happens, your client thinks you are the expert, okay? But you are not. You're not the expert, or maybe one of two of you guys, but most of you guys are not a really server expert. Many of you don't know how the database really works from a WordPress side. Many of you guys cannot troubleshoot which plugin has a conflict. Okay? So it's just, you are good in your profession, but server specialist is just a profession on itself. And we offer that at no extra cost. Does that make sense? Okay, we just introduced the live chat. Is still in beta, and we were ramping up. So what is not implemented yet is that we get a notification. So they're still in beta, but we will get there. That you can also chat with in Duplicate. But we have a very good supporting system. So, and of course, if something is urgent, you can also ping me in Facebook. So there's always a way to contact me if it is urgent. And don't forget, you have that restore button. If something gets screwed up, you can easily fix it by yourself most of the time. Does that make sense? So let's get back what really matters for local marketers. For you make a good living if you manage three things. One is Google AdWords. Second is Google My Business. And three is creating websites. Now, creating website is easy. It's one click with local team jack, correct? And those websites need hosting. So you need to have that in your pocket. Okay, you need to have that in the pocket to position yourself as an expert. And experts get paid. Okay? Doesn't mean expert doesn't, it's not the same that you have to work hard. No, you either have the right knowledge or the right tools. Do we log into WordPress within the gateway? Do we log into WordPress? Yes, you can. So if you go to domains, so you can either log in traditionally, you copy and paste your username and password, or you have a one-click login. And then the gateway will log in for you. Does that make sense? So you can log in on a traditional way, or you just log in via the interface. Okay? You see, now I'm logging in the backend. Okay? And not only for the WordPress side, but you can also log in cPanel. Okay? So the cPanel login, you get username and password, or you log in via wget in cPanel. Is there a setup required? No. There's nothing to set up. So how you get started? Either there are kind of three ways how you get started. One is you already have a host somewhere else and you want to transfer that cPanel to the gateway. Okay, then you use transfer cPanel. You follow this button. Does that make sense? If that cPanel has multiple domains, multiple websites, and you only want a particular domain, then you transfer a website. Okay? Now, if you don't have a website somewhere else, but you have domains at another provider, you can link that domain to WP Gateway. Now it's pointing to WP Gateway, and then once WP Gateway get the notification, hey, this domain is pointed to WP Gateway, it will create a cPanel for you. Okay? Then if you don't have domain, you can order a domain here. If you get a white screen with a login, that means your browser needs to get updated or tell that it kind of allows those pop-up notifications. So you try another browser or look at those notifications that you allow those logins. Okay? So it's you have to, it is called by the browser. Pretty nice, correct? Yeah. I wish I had this application, this host when I was started. I would have much lesser troubles with my clients. I cannot stress enough how you can screw your relation with your clients if the website is not hosted well. And Google more and more values higher the speed of the website and also separate IPs. So a lot of good questions tonight. Did I miss a question? Now it's your chance to repeat it. What do you recommend for schema? If you use the local TeamJack Enterprise, schema is by default implemented. You don't need to do anything for schema with the local TeamJack drag and drop. Okay. Have you a white label website or information that we can use to sell duplicated hosting? I'm working on it. Okay. I'm working on an affiliate program. That is one thing I need to work on a little bit harder. Can you show schema in local for events? Okay. What is this? I need to find a website. Let's see. I need to find a website. A local team auto repair. Check it. Probably is it a website? No. Let me find chiropractor city. Is this a website? Okay. Contact us. You see this phone number? 56333. You see this phone number? So if you do Control U and I search on that phone number, okay, it was 333. You see this? 56133. You guys see this phone number? Tell if you see this phone number. Now, then on the left hand side you see schema telephone. Okay, schema is automatically applied to phone number, business name, address. It's all automatic. You don't need to do anything for that. So if you do Control U with the local team jack drag version and you search on properties like phone number, business address, you will see that the property has schema. And now Google say, hey, I know what you mean. That is the phone number. And because Google knows that that is the real phone number, the business name or the address, it will give you extra credits to rank higher. So schema is important. And that is why it is standard implemented with no extra effort in the local team jack drag and drop. Does that make sense? So it's kind of sounds too easy, and I always look for the one-click solution, and schema is just automatically applied. Okay? Any other question? That was actually a good question. So I really appreciate you guys' time, and also now the eShop team, you didn't miss it. It's not the right topic of the day to speak about the shopping team. That is coming later, okay? Today was about how to select a good host company. Okay? And today is the 21st. Okay, today is 21st. And W Gateway is on sale on the weekends. Coming weekend is the last weekend of the month. So if you haven't checked out W Gateway yet, okay, you definitely want to check it out this weekend. Actually, this weekend is only $1 sign up, and first domain hosting is for 12 months for free. So there's no excuse you shouldn't check it out. Okay, and I'm 100% sure you will like it, and also your clients will like it, because those sites are hosted well. Okay? So if you want to find more information, like the replay or whatever, remember, go to jackhopman.com. Okay? You should bookmark that. Everything is kind of the most important things you can find on jackhopman.com. So with that said, I really appreciate your time and also your interaction during this webinar with all those good questions. And I like you to see you next week Tuesday at 8 p.m. EST. Okay? And thank you for your time.